Jeffrey wakes up at 3 p.m. He grabs his phone and he scrolls on Instagram all day. Then he goes out and eats McDonald's. After that, he plays video games and jerks off all day. Then he asks himself, why can't I be productive? Why can't I develop good habits? But on the other side of the spectrum, we have Adonis. Adonis is a productive child. He wakes up at 5 a.m. every single day. And the first thing he does is that he showers and he gets straight to his goals. He's always productive. He eats super healthy. He works out every single day. He doesn't use social media. He gets high quality of sleep. Why can't we all be like Adonis? I'll tell you a story. 2 years ago, I used to be exactly like Jeffrey. I used to wake up at 7 a.m. every single day to go to school. I would eat a shitload of breakfast, unhealthy breakfast like that breakfast cereal which is super bad for you. I didn't even feel good and I went to school. I had my Jeffrey friends over there who didn't even treat me well. I was skinny as fuck. Then I would come back from school and watch some fucking degenerate content on YouTube that I didn't even need to watch. After that, I used to play video games and jerk off all day. I didn't work out, I didn't eat healthy, I didn't do any of that. But then I changed. I changed by changing my habits and building new productive habits, which is what I'm gonna teach you today in this video. But before we get to that, I want to talk to you about something else. By clicking the top link in the description down below, you can book a free call with me to fix your productivity, discipline, and consistency. And by clicking the second link in the description down below, you can subscribe to my daily email newsletter for more productivity insights just like this in your inbox every single day. So if you're interested in any of that, check the description down below. So let's get straight to it. Before we get to how you can break your habits and how you can build new habits, I want to talk to you about what is the science behind habits, because you need to understand what actually are habits to be able to do them better. Because I didn't understand them personally. I was like, I can just do the same thing every single day, and I'll make that a habit. Let's fucking go. I can not eat sugar for 30 days straight, and that will become a habit. That is not fucking true. That is not fucking true. You may have experienced this yourself. That is not true. So first of all, you have to understand the science and basics behind building a habit, and that is called a habit loop. So what does the habit loop consist of? It consists of a cue, a routine, and a reward. So what is a cue? The cue is basically a signal for you to do an action. For example, you go to the kitchen and you see a spatula and you see this frying pan. That is a cue for you to cook your unhealthy food. Or you see an advertisement on YouTube about these new sugar gummies that just came out. So you go out and get those gummies and eat them. That is another cue. The advertisement was a cue for you to eat those bad gummies. Moving on, the second part of the habit loop is routine. The routine is the action, the habit, the actual habit which takes place after the cue, after the signal. So for example, you saw that advertisement on YouTube about those gummies. So you go out to the supermarket and you get yourself those gummies and you eat them. That is a routine. That is a habit that actually takes place. That is the action which takes place because of the cue. Then the third and final part of the habit loop is reward. You basically get this positive reinforcement by doing that thing, which makes you keep doing that thing over and over and over again. You see that advertisement on YouTube, you eat those gummies from the supermarket, and then you get that positive reinforcement. Yes, I ate those gummies, I feel super good now. But fuck that. So that is the habit and science behind habits. Cue, routine, and reward. Now that you've understood that, we can get to the main secret sauce of the video, that is how to break your bad habits. And there is one simple solution to this. I'll tell you a story. I had a bad habit of eating sugar a lot of sugar. I had a bad habit of eating a shitload of sugar every single day. I was eating around 150 to 200 grams of sugar consistently every single day. Now I don't eat sugar. I literally don't eat sugar. How? You may ask. I didn't put sugar right in front of me. I eliminated the cue. I eliminated the cue from the habit loop. How? Because I removed that sugary things which attracted me, like all those snacks and all of that, from in front of me. I hid them away. Now I don't want to eat them. Whenever I go to the kitchen, I don't want to eat sugar because I don't personally see it. Because you have to understand that people have lost the ability to think for themselves. You can't even think for yourself. You let other people think for you. You let the pharmaceutical industry and all this big pharma shit think for you, and they tell you that sugar is good for you, salt is bad for you, eat sugar, get fat, get unhealthy, die early. They keep telling you these things and you actually implement all of this. Because you don't have the ability to think. You are a pussy. You don't know how to think for yourself. That is why you exactly like this, because you have to understand that the position you're in is self-made. It is your responsibility to fix that situation. It was you who got you to this situation. You have to understand that. And if you are in a bad situation, you have to solve that. It is all upon you, because the world has become a shit place, full of shit people who don't care about themselves or only care about instant gratification. And I'm telling you that the biggest driver of that is social media, because we are in an active war against social media, because it is destroying society, it is destroying people, it is destroying people's minds. Me and you, we have to go on war against social media, because it is leading to suicide. People don't care about themselves, they care about what Kim Kardashian is doing. That shit doesn't work. If you literally want to care about yourself, stop being on social media. Social media is bad for us. Because before destroying lives, people have stopped caring about themselves. They don't take care of themselves. They take care of Kim Kardashian by giving her a follow. Because social media used to be better. Before that, before social media existed, the world was a better place, and me and you, we have to go on an active war against it, to eliminate it from society, to make the world a better place. So let's combine together to defeat social media and eliminate it from society once and for all. So what do you do to eliminate your bad habits? You eliminate them from your environment, because once you don't see things, you don't actually do them, because the same principle comes in: monkey see, monkey do. If the monkey doesn't see, it can't do. So if that sugary cereal isn't right in front of you, you won't want to eat it. You won't want to eat it because it's not right in front of you. So you have to do the same with your own habits. Eliminate them from your environment. Take the active effort. Make the active effort to eliminate them from your environment. If you keep getting distracted by social media, delete social media from your phone. If you keep getting distracted by YouTube, delete YouTube from your phone. If you keep getting distracted by those flies flying around you and distracting you, close the fucking window so they don't come in. It's that simple. So eliminate them from your environment, eradicate them and kill them from your environment, so you can break those bad habits. So it's that simple. Eliminate those from your environment, because if you don't see them, you don't do them. The third and final thing that we're going to talk about is how to build new productive habits. Because I'll tell you a story. I wanted to start working out. Now I've been working out for 2 years, but it wasn't consistent at all. Now I've just started to get consistent. I'm working out for the last 1.5 months consistently showing up every single week of the day and putting the hard work in. And yeah, it feels super good. And how did I do that? I did that by simply doing one thing. By simply setting daily goals for myself to live up to aspire to get done with. They make me more productive. They make me want to get them done. They are like a motivation, they are like an aspiration. So what can you do to build new habits? You can either use a habit tracker, which is basically writing your habits down and scoring your streak and actually keeping track of your streak. For example, you can write your habit down to not eat sugary foods. So you can keep a streak of it like day 1, day 2, day 3, and that will force you to actually keep the streak going, because once it is right in front of you, once it is right in front of you, you will want to keep continuing it. It's just human nature. And the best thing which I'd personally recommend is setting personal goals for yourself, daily goals for yourself. What I recommend you to do is to, every night before you go to sleep, write the goals down for the very next day and make one of those habits that you want to apply to your life, your goals. Like, for example, I want to wake up at 5 a.m. Write that down. And because you actually wrote that down, that will force your brain to actually do the habit. That will force your brain to actually wake up at 5 a.m. and get straight to work. So definitely do that. If you want to build new productive habits, either use a habit tracker and set daily goals. It's that simple. Now I know that life is hard for people nowadays. Like, the world isn't designed for your success. The world isn't designed for you to become productive and disciplined and the absolute Chad you aspire to be. The world isn't designed for that. And I truly understand that, but you also have to understand that change is inevitable. It will happen even if you don't want it to. So I'm asking you this question. Do you want to be on the good side of society or at the bad side of society? Because it is all up to you. If you don't want to improve your life, then you don't have to. You can live the worst life possible. But if you do want to, I'm rooting for you every step of the way. And you have to do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Click the first link in the description down below to book a free call with me, and click the second link in the description down below to subscribe to my email newsletter. Thank you for watching, and remember, action over words.